Now, so Mr. Xun, when you deliver this moral lesson, you explained the following. You need to watch your mind. And then when you see your mind is not doing the right, is not thinking correctly, for example, your mind is having evil thoughts, then you need to very quickly say, I'm going to cultivate out those evil ones and replace them with good ones, right? So in the moral system of Mr. Yue Gen, there is this very profound 8 evil thoughts and 8 evil mind and 8 kind mind, right? You need to eliminate those 8 evil ones, and then you need to replace them with the 8 kind ones, correct? So moral principles, why it needs to be taught, it's exactly allow you in your mind, actually when you say you, the driver, you also say it's the driver, you know. When we drive a vehicle, for example, we need to follow the law of the traffic. If we go against the traffic laws, then we'll be in big trouble. As a human being, we walk on the earth. We also need to follow the laws called morality. Otherwise, we'll be in big trouble. That's why you need to constantly observe your mind and eradicate those wrong signals. And you continue to follow the law in the human world, the moral law in the human world. Then your life will be safe and eventually get to your destination, you know, your true destination. Otherwise, you will be lost right on the road and disappear before you get to your destination, right? So, 心见心修, one very important way to understand it is that you need to constantly observe your mind. And that mind is rooted in your heart. As I already explained, the heart is the motivation of all your conduct in the human world, and that's also the root cause of all your thoughts, which we think is the mind. So heart-mind is one thing. You know, heart-mind, we can call it a heart-mind. They are, you know, the one same thing, okay? Heart-mind, we can do like this. Okay. The heart grows the mind. When you have wrong mind, it's because you have a wrong heart. You need to fix your heart. So that's why it's called fix. That's what it means cultivate. Cultivation, the key is to work on your heart. Now, how are you going to determine, like a tree growing, how are you going to determine this is not a branch we want? We cut it out. 修, you know, repair. Cultivate means you're going to cut out those that are not good for the tree, and you will leave those that are good for the tree. So how do you know, decide which is to cut out, which is going to keep? You need to really know the fundamental principles of being a good human. That's why morality, moral principles will guide you to do cultivation in every regard, and then to discern what is right and what's wrong. Now, moral, I already explained in my past lecture, morality is based upon the law of the universe that creates the universe. One of the audience asked me a question, define truth. Define truth. I wrote back, I said, definition of truth. The law of the universe that manifests in all matters that are created by the law of the universe. Okay, so basically in all things in the human world, there is a truth. And if it's the truth, you follow it. If you go against the truth, that's wrong. Human morality basically is following the truth. Okay, so those are the important aspects about of 心见, 心修. Now I'm going to continue with this part. Okay. Again, this is 心, right? Heart. Now this is 言.
言
Means speak. right? Talk. 心 heart. And this word is more complicated. Watch carefully. This part means the ear, R. This is more like a king. This is 10, 10. This is means eye, 目. This is 1, and this is heart again. Chinese people call it 十目一心, 10 eyes, 1 heart. Okay, so this is called the 听. Ting basically means listen. Now this is very interesting. How this Chinese character of listening actually presents itself like this. Well, when we listen, we certainly need an instrument called ear, so that makes sense. But not only the ear, the Chinese, modern China, the simplified version of just R, and the Ting simplified version turns into like this. That's called the Ting. That is very strange, right? Totally lost the inner contents of what this listen mean. You see, this listen means a lot. Not only you need to have the ear, but you also have this king spirit. And then you also have 十目一心, which is exactly the part of another Chinese character. Look at this. That's the virtue, right?
Yeah.
Virtue. You see, this part is the same.
Yeah.
So when the 10 eyes is working with 1 heart, you can see the unity, and put into action, then you have virtue. When the 10 eyes with 1 heart and all listen like a king, wow, that is a different way of listening. You know what I mean? This is a very powerful character right here. So okay, let's first review these 2 words here. Yan. Yan means speech, speak. Ting means listen. Okay. So here, look, we're talking about 8 Chinese characters here. Fundamentally, we're talking about 1 central character, which is Xin, the heart. Then talks about 3 fundamental sensory organs of a human being. What is it? Eyes. What is this? Mouth. What this is? Ears. Correct?
Correct.
So basically, these 8 Chinese characters or moral lessons point out to vision, speaking, and listening. Like when we learn English, listening, seeing, listening, and talking, speaking. So these 3 functions all shall be centered towards the heart. When we live as a human being, we need to use all our sensory organs not to go looking for outside this material world. You see, this moral lesson is telling us something very profound. Instead of looking out for money, power, beautiful women, cigarettes and, alcohol, right? All those external forces distract us, make our eyes go to the visible world, go to the material world, get very busy and get very tired for the material world. And suddenly one day you're job dead. Game is over, you wasted all your life, and you didn't do the most important thing. What is that? You don't even know your heart. You never paid attention to the most important instrument, which is your heart. This moral lesson is telling us Xin is the center focus of your daily life. You need to look at it. You need to talk from your heart. You need to listen to your heart. You need to pay attention. You need to pay everything, all your attention to your heart activities. For what purpose? Cultivation. the true purpose of living as a human being, the true plan for us to be in this human body with all the instrument of seeing, hearing, and talking, only for one purpose, is for us to cultivate our heart. Cultivation is the central theme of human life. But modern people are not even spending 1 minute to look at their heart and see what is the root cause of all their daily problems. So they waste their whole life being distracted by material world, and they conduct lots and lots of immoral conduct to the degree that they totally are blind. They're totally deaf, and they're totally mute. They lost all these functions. Ultimately, when they die, they don't have any of these functions anymore because their heart is all dark. And they created lots and lots of mistakes, and that's the matter called karma. Then the next life, if there is one, they're gonna pay back for it. Sadly, some people lost their even chance to be a human again. They may be turning into a lower creature, and some even go down all the way to the realm of destruction. So this moral lesson is very precious. Everyone should recite these 8 Chinese characters every day to remind ourselves that we are living in the human world. We're here to pay attention to this one precious place called heart. And that place, if we cultivate, we guard it with the truth. We eliminate all the junks, all the unclean, filthy stuff, and we put all the beautiful things in there. Okay? Truth. Let's fill our heart with truth. Let's fill our heart with love for our Creator. Let's every day keep that heart pure and clean and beautiful. Then everything will start to manifest from the beautiful heart to our beautiful speech, to our beautiful action. Okay? And that will lead to lots of beautiful fruits. And then eventually, with that, laying the foundation through cultivation diligently, our journey truly starts to return to our original true home, and our Creator is waiting for us to return.
Thank you.